Recently, we've had a lot going on inside of the crypto market. We've seen Bitcoin dropping, everything has been going down and getting beaten down. But right now, these are the opportunities to actually make money in crypto when you see everything's down and everything is not down as much as it could be. Things could be a lot worse, but they're not right now. So, this is going to be a whole video on what I'm doing personally to combat what's going on in the crypto market and to make money here. So, anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice, but let's get straight to it. So, right now, what we are seeing, Baby Doge is at 8Z, well, no, 9Z9 right now, 9Z94. So, that's pretty cheap for Baby Doge. It's pretty cheap. Right now, what I'm really focusing on with this, if you actually think about it, it's very, very low. It's usually where we are before we have a huge breakout in Baby Doge. If you actually look at it, like every single time we get down to these points, we trade sideways just for a little bit, and then we end up taking off, and it happens time and time again. You can see comes down to this really low point, starts to trade sideways, well, has a little bit of a pump, then continues to trade sideways, trickles down, consolidates, then it has another huge pump. So that's kind of where we are now. So what happens next is usually this area right here where we have an increase in the price and then we kind of consolidate. So technically speaking, we could see an increase in the price, but it's going to be followed almost immediately by a drop. And I believe the same thing is true for Bitcoin as well, especially because Bitcoin hasn't really hit that oversold area yet here on the oscillator. These are the prime oscillators down here. This is the prime oscillator. If you want to check that out, chart prime link in the description. But it's pretty nice looking at that because when it gets to that oversold area, that's typically when we have rises in our price. This is Bitcoin here. So when we get to that oversold area, we typically have a rise in the price. So we're working our way back down there. So when we do get down to the oversold area, it's probably going to be around 52K to 50K, right? And then you could probably see an increase in the price. But if it cannot break that Fibonacci again up here at 58K, then you can see it going a little bit lower. So really, if you look at my Bitcoin video that I put out earlier, you can actually see like from the support down here all the way up to this area here. So from the bullish zone up here that we're looking at. So anywhere from 45K to 52K is where Bitcoin should be heading. And that's good for Baby Doge. And I'll explain why in a second. But if you look here, that's where our discount area here is for our automated trading indicators with Chart Prime. Right now, we're close to our equilibrium areas, but we're working our way down to these discount levels. Now, if you actually look over here at Baby Doge, we're a little bit below our Fibonacci retracement, trying to break past it. But, we're right below the equilibrium price, just like how Bitcoin is. So the thing here is, if Bitcoin goes down to this area here around 50K to 45K, well, I like to say 52 to 45K, then what you'll end up seeing is Baby Doge going down to 8 or going down to 9Z8. So you might see 9Z8 Baby Doge if you see 50 to 45K Bitcoin, right? Or it could even go down to 9Z75. So 9Z75 down here. And the reason why I say that is because that's where the discount price is here for Baby Doge. And then also that's where the discount price here is for Bitcoin. So the discounted price is similar in both of these different coins. So that's pretty much why I'm saying that. Now, how long would it take? I don't know, but this is where the real money is made because that's where the discounts come in. That's why they call it the discount price zone. This is where smart money gets in at, right? And that's pretty much what happens here. That's what Chart Prime is tracking right now. It's really when smart money and when big money starts to come back in, it's usually in these areas. So from 52K down to 45K Bitcoin, that's what we're looking at. So Baby Doge 8Z or 9Z8. So that's what we should see inside of Baby Doge soon. Now our 24-hour trading volume is looking decent at $7.4 million. And as for updates on Baby Doge, we're still trying to get listed to the exchanges. They're still working on the Solana bridge right now, and they're trying to get listed on Binance, Kraken, Coinbase, Crypto.com. Pretty much those top four exchanges. Those are the top four exchanges in crypto. Again, that is Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken. Kraken isn't as big as the others, but it's still a pretty big exchange if you think about it. They have a lot of followers here on Twitter also. But yeah, Kraken is one of the big ones out there, but crypto.com is bigger. But inside of correlation here, you can just kind of look at it inside of like a chronological order if you want to say. But anyways, Binance on top, Coinbase next, and then we have, well, some people say Coinbase on top, but Coinbase is on top for like the United States, not for the world. Like for the world, it's Binance, Coinbase, crypto.com, Kraken. So I think we need to start with Kraken. We need to get listed on Kraken first, and then we need to go to crypto.com, and then we need Binance, then we need Coinbase, then we need Binance. That's what we pretty much need to do right now. But other than that, I mean, they're working on a utility that's going to pretty much buy back and burn baby Doge. So that's going to be nice. People are still talking about burns because that's what people want. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to do something that buys back and burns coins, but you'll never satisfy these people. You'll never satisfy them. So if the baby Doge developers are out there watching, you will never satisfy anybody with these burns because they're just going to keep wanting more and more and more, even if it's a ridiculous amount. Like, I'm not targeting anyone, but this person says just burn 90% of the supply if you care for your community. The problem here is how are you going to burn 90% of the supply if 90% of the supply is being held by people that own it? Like, they don't own 90% of the supply. We own it. So if we want it burned, we have to burn our coins. Because if you think about it, like this 51%, right, is not here, right? So if let's just do some math here. If we have 100% coins, right, and 51% isn't available to us, so that's 51.5117. That's not available to us. Then we have the Unicrypt network security token vesting. Now, a lot of that is locked, but some of it's not. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna just look at it and just look at how often money's coming out. Money is only coming out of this when they want to burn. This is typically what they're burning from, right? So 12% of the total supply is what they have available to burn in cents. That's what we're looking at here. But remember, a lot of it is locked. They locked a lot of it. So there's like a time period that it's locked for. So, some of it's locked maybe for a year, maybe 2 years. But the whole point of locking it is that you can't really sell it or burn it until it's unlocked for that time period. Now, I don't necessarily know how long this one is still locked for. So I'm not even going to try to find that out because I don't even know how long it's locked for. But it is locked though. All right. So we have that. We have all this stuff going on here, and now that's like a tiny amount. Like that's literally 9. What is that? 9 million baby Doge. Like that's nothing actually. That's like pocket change. But there's still money that's locked. You can see over here 25 quadrillion. That's what it looks like. Let's see. That's million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. Yeah, 25 quadrillion, which is a lot, which is locked. And then we got some more over here, 23 quadrillion locked. That's a lot as well. You see what I'm talking about. Like when they lock it, it's locked for a certain period of time. But technically, they could wait until it's unlocked and they can unlock it. But let's just say that is available though. 12.44% is available, right? Well, we can't really burn the OKX chain bridge, all that other stuff. We can't burn the bridge because that's for Ethereum. They're going to use some of that for Solana, so we can't really burn that. So now we have even less to use to burn. So this is this amount right here. Now we can't burn that either. Let's see, the exchange, we can't take their coins. That's their liquidity, so we can't just take that and burn it. So that is no longer able to be burned either. So BitGet, that's 2.1629%. Pancake swap liquidity, we have no access to burn that either. That's 2.0352. Maxi Global's liquidity, we are not allowed to burn that. That's 1.4872. OKX 0.9059. Bybit hot wallet, that's let's see, that's This is the Bybit 1.8238. So that's 8238. And you see where I'm going with this. A lot of this can't be burned. And then the multi-chain bridge, we're using this to bridge onto Solana, so we can't use that either. That is 0.6594. And there's a bunch more wallets that we can't touch, like Gate.io. We can't touch that because that's their liquidity for their exchange. And that's on their wallet as well. So we can't touch that. Now, the rest of these are whale wallets. Some of them are like KuCoin, like this. We can't touch that. That's KuCoin's money right there. We can't burn that. And then everything else that we see is what we are also holding, right? So if we are also holding that, we technically can't burn that either because that's our coins. And a lot of the whales up here, that's their coins as well. So that's 36% right there. And if you think about it, about the locked tokens here, the whole point of locking tokens is to not burn them or not do anything with them. But this is where the burns are coming from. They're coming from this locked wallet, right? When last time they burned, that's where all this came from. So that's million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. That's 3.5 quadrillion they burned there. And that's the day that they burned a bunch. They burned like seven quadrillion or something that day. Yeah. I don't know. They burn a lot, right? But people just aren't satisfied with how much they're burning. So, I mean, I guess it's up to them. But yeah, a lot of money moves around inside of babydoge, a lot. So you can go ahead and follow the paper trails if you want. But the bottom line here is that they don't have 90% coins to burn. We have 90% coins to burn. Exchanges have the 90% coins. Pancake swap liquidity, the Unicrypt token investing for locking. We have a lot of locked coins. So they have 12% coins to burn. So they can't just burn 90%. They can't just burn 12% either because the 12% it's locked, a lot of it. So let's say that like out of that 12%, they might have 5% that's unlocked that they can actually burn. So like 5%, they can burn like 5% of the supply. That's pretty much what I'm saying. And it's like 52 quadrillion. If you look over here, we can go ahead and just take that 52 quadrillion, maybe multiply it by 0.05. That's 5%. So that if you look at what this is, like they don't have that much coins to burn. So yeah, we can burn like 5.2 quadrillion, and then there will be like 49 quadrillion left inside the Unicrypt token wallet. So 5 quadrillion. If y'all want a 5 quadrillion burn, they can do that. But if you want like 100 quadrillion burn, they can't do that because we own those coins. Exchanges own those coins. Liquidity has those coins. Some of those coins are locked. They can't do that. So I just kind of wanted to bring that up because a lot of people, they don't really look too deeply into it, but they just throw out numbers like, hey, let's get 9% burns. And no, we're never going back to the 5% reflections. We're never going back to any reflections. All right. We don't need those. Nobody wants reflections. Please don't put reflections on. If reflections come back to babydoge, I'm probably not going to be buying much babydoge at all. But yeah, a lot of people are saying 90% burn. It's just not possible. It's just not possible at all. So it is what it is. I just had to mention that because that's what a lot of people are talking about. And you already know them. Like, this is a community coin. If you guys ask for something, they're going to try to do it. But if you guys keep asking for something that's ridiculous, they're going to keep doing ridiculous things that just don't make sense. Like, they're just doing a lot of things that don't make sense that you guys just want. Okay. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyways, that's all I gotta say on that. I mean, I'll just keep making videos talking about why a bunch of burns don't matter. I mean, we really don't need a bunch of burns. Like, what we really need is utilities and we need publicity. That's all you need. Like, utilities, publicity. Utilities, publicity. You don't need burns. If we're not going up in price, that's not because of burns. It's because we don't have enough attention. We don't have enough eyes on us. You may look at the follower count and be like, hey, we got 2.4 million followers. What are you talking about? 2.4 million followers doesn't matter if most of those followers have like $10 inside of babydoge. We need publicity to people with money. Most of the people in babydoge do not have that much money inside of babydoge. That's why that does not matter, like literally whatsoever, because they don't have much money at all. And I've actually proved this because I went and looked over here at the last going over to the holders, actually, if you go to the last page for holders, you can see the last page for holders. You can see people with $5,000. Usually inside of coins, whenever you go to the last page, you don't start to see like this much money, this small amount of money, like this far back. Like the number 1,000 wallet has 5,200 baby doge, but we have 1.8 million holders. Just kind of doing some math here, and just kind of doing statistics. Statistically speaking, the average baby doge holder holds less than $100. If the number 1,000 wallet has only $5,200, what does the number 10,000 wallet have? The number 10,000 wallet has less than $500. What does the number 100,000 wallet have? The number 100,000 wallet has less than $50. What does the number million wallet have? The number million wallet has less than $5. You see where I'm going with this. What does the 1.8 million wallet have? 5 cents. So you see where I'm going with this. Like the first 100,000 people in Baby Doge have most of the money in Baby Doge. Okay. That's just what it is. At 100,000, the 100,000 wallet holder, they got like $500. I mean, no, I don't even think they got that. Like, let's be honest, they got like $50. That's what I mean. The top 100 ones, they got all the money. Top 1,000, they got $5,000. Top 10,000, they got $500. Top 100,000, they got $50. Top million, they got $5. Most people in Baby Doge don't got that much money. That's why we're not pumping, because it's just there's not much money being held by the holders. Like they're holding like 5 cents, they're holding like $5, $50. That's why it's not going up. Not because we're not getting burns, but because we don't have high quality holders. And at times I haven't been a high quality holder. At times I've only held like $50 in Baby Doge. At times I've held like $500. And that's the reality of Baby Doge. That's the reality of meme coins. Like whenever things aren't as hot, whenever it's not trending everywhere, you don't see as much money being held by wallets. They hold a significantly less amount of holders. Like if you think about it, how do we have 1,871,000 holders, yet we only have 143 million market cap? I'm just going to put things into perspective here for you. If we look at Shiba Inu, which has $7.8 billion market cap, compared to our $143 million market cap, like just look at the difference there. Like we have 143 million in market cap, 143 million. Shiba Inu has 7.8 billion. Shiba Inu only has 1.4 million holders. Shiba Inu only has 1.4 million holders. And I know they got other things. They got like the Shiba blockchain. They got their Shibarium. All right. But they don't have that many holders on Shibarium. Let's be honest. Shibarium doesn't have that many holders. And I'm going to say that quietly. Like most people are still holding Shiba Inu on Ethereum, because that's just where they're holding it. They're just mainly holding it on, it is what it is. But Shibarium is still, still a good blockchain, all that good stuff. Is still doing pretty well. We can actually just go over here and pull it up, and you can look for yourself, look up Shibarium. You can see that the holders aren't as many. There's not as many holders on Shibarium as Ethereum, but that's because that's because it came out first on Ethereum. That's why that's like that. But not that big of a deal. But yeah, like I was saying, like how does Shiba Inu, let's just say 1.6 million holders because of Shibarium, 1.6 million holders for Shiba Inu, but 1.8 million holders for Baby Doge? Shiba Inu has a $7.8 billion market cap. Baby Doge only has 143 million. How do we have 200,000 more holders than Shiba Inu, but we have 7.5 billion less dollars than them? Make that make sense. That's because we don't have high quality holders. We don't have bunch of people with a bunch of money, not even just millionaires. We don't have a bunch of people with a bunch of money. We don't have that much publicity compared to them. And our publicity is publicity with people that just want to put $5 in a meme coin and make millions off of it. Okay, that is what it is. All right. So, and some people will say, well, it's the countries, blah 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 blah, because some people from other countries their GDP is lower. No, it's not that. If you look at Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu has a worldwide audience. Shiba Inu has people from everywhere that you could think of, possibly like Brazil, Colombia. They got people from Thailand inside Shiba Inu. They got India. They got Bangladesh. They got China. They got Nigeria. They got South Africa. They got all these different places. And then people will be like, well, no, their GDP's lower over there. That's why Baby Doge is down. Or Baby Doge doesn't have as much because, the people that don't have as much money. But no, like if you look at Shiba Inu, like Shiba Inu is a worldwide coin. Everybody's in Shiba Inu. If you look at Baby Doge, it's a worldwide coin. Everybody's got Baby Doge inside of all these different countries. The reason why Baby Doge does not have that high market cap is because the holders, I don't think the Baby Doge holders have that much conviction in Baby Doge. Like I think they're putting in like $5 to $50 and expecting it to go up. But it's like you got to put 500, you got to put 5,000, you got to put 50,000 if you want it to go up. Like the average person has to have like 500. Right now, the average person's got like $5 in Baby Doge, like $5 to $50. So that's why Baby Doge is where it's at. But we have so much more holders than all these other coins. It's because people aren't putting in that big money. So it is what it is. I'm definitely not telling you to just dump all your money in there because I like looking at charts and I definitely see this going a little bit lower. And I'm getting in at 8Z, or no, I'm getting in at 9Z8. So I've sold most of my Baby Doge already because I'm waiting for it to hit 9Z8. And I've always been trading and I'm always transparent like that. I always let you know, hey, I trade, I get in, I get out, I get in, I get out. I'm out right now. But I will be back in at 9Z8. That is my target price. That is the discount price point. That's where smart money gets back in. And when I say smart money, I just mean people with big money. Like this is where the whales start buying. And that's what the Chart Prime automated trading indicators tracks. It tracks smart money, whale money. It tracks where large portions of money come in at. That's why it says discount, because that's a discount price point for big money. That's when they start getting in. So 9Z8 is when I'll start buying Baby Doge again. So yeah. And same thing with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin gets down to like 45K, 50 to 45K, 52 to 45, that's when I'll probably start getting more other cryptos as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I'm going to keep making these updates because I think it's very much needed. And yeah, I'm going to keep talking about these topics that a lot of people just don't think about because a lot of people, they want Baby Doge to go up to these insane levels. But if you want it to go up to these insane levels, everyone has to be on the same page. Everyone has to be on the same page. You can't have, a million, you can't have 1.5 million people putting in $5, but then have like the other half putting in most of the money. And anyways, if you think about it, 1.5 million people putting in $5, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, but it's not enough. It's not enough. 1.5 million people put in $5, that's $7,500. That is the reality of Baby Doge. Like we have a lot of holders, but they don't have much money in Baby Doge. So then you see 1.5 million people only making up 75 or $7.5 million. Whereas if 1.5 million people, let's say, have $500 in Baby Doge, now you're at 750 million market cap, right? And then that's when the whales look at it. They're like, okay, this is going somewhere. The holders are putting in a lot of money. It's time for us to double down too. And then that's where the big money comes in. Then the whales, then you got 10,000 whales all at once putting in big money, like putting in, like, let's say 100K, like 10,000 whales dropping 100K on it because they see what it can do. And now you got a billion plus you have the big money that we're looking at before, like the 700 million. So now you got 1.7 billion. Then you get the other big whales that are like huge whales, and like it's like 100 of them, and they are jumping in with like $10 million. This is where you start to really ramp up inside of price. And then you're like looking at crazy money. So this is how it happens. We just need more money in Baby Doge. We don't need more burns. We need more money. We need more publicity. We need big money, rich people coming in on Baby Doge. But yeah, that's pretty much what we need. And we could use some burns. I'm not going to lie. We could use some burns. Burns will help burns do help. It's just not the most important thing. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. If you haven't seen it yet, check out the video I made on Bitcoin. I'll have it right here or here. It's going to be somewhere on the screen, right? But check it out because I explain a lot about Bitcoin in this video, and you definitely want to check it out. I explain where our prices are going and why it's about to hit there. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out the link in the description for Chart Prime, best automated trading indicators in the game. And as always, I'll be back with another video.